I sit down to work and within 60 seconds, my heart rate is up, my anxiety is maxed out, and my breathing is non-existent. This is a direct quote from someone who is experiencing burnout at their workplace. And if you click this video, you might be experiencing this as well. I certainly have. Hi friend, my name is Hetal. I'm a South Asian millennial, ex-Johnson & Johnson employee, and I'm currently recovering from burnout. In my last video, I talk about why I quit Johnson & Johnson, and burnout was one of the reasons why. So in this video, we're going to talk about it. What are the 5 biggest symptoms of burnout, and how can we identify it within ourselves? Before we get started, I want to mention I am not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a certified counselor, but these 5 symptoms are symptoms that I've learned over the past few years, and I want to share it with you. So let's get into it. Number 1, you begin to feel more irritated, short-tempered, and you lose patience more easily than before. Maybe you had a long day at work, and so when you come home, you expect everything to be perfect. And when it's not, it's the total end of the world. This is one of the symptoms that showed up almost immediately when I was starting to feel burnt out. You know, if the trash wasn't taken out, or if I was walking up the stairs and I tripped over one of my dog's toys, or if my parents would call me and ask me why I'm not married yet. I would flip out and then proceed to project all of my anxiety and stress on my boyfriend or my family. It was completely unhealthy. And so every little chore and task felt like so much effort. And it was almost just easier to just lay down and do nothing. Here's symptom number 2. You start to feel your health declining. Now, you're working really long days, and if you were like me, you were also driving a lot. And so the sedentary lifestyle really hurt my back, quite literally. The other part of that is that you start to eat unhealthily. What I would do is in the mornings on my 2-hour drive down to work, I would stop by at a Starbucks. I'd get a breakfast sandwich and an oat milk vanilla latte. I used to do that every single day. Forget cooking wholesome meals. I had no time for that. And I completely forgot about exercise. In my last job with Johnson & Johnson, I had to get to bed by 9 p.m. and wake up at 5 a.m. and drive about 2 hours to the accounts that I worked at. By the time I would drive the 2 hours back, it is sometimes evening, and I am so pooped that there was no way I was going to make time to exercise. So of course, I started to gain weight, I started to feel sluggish and just overall tired. Symptom number 3, you start to feel a lack of control over your own life. This was when the feelings of burnout really started to kick in. When you feel the symptom, you feel as if you have to ask for permission to do almost anything in your life. You're told where to be, when to be there, how to act, etc., etc. And it's almost like you've taken the passenger seat of your own life and you can't take back the wheel however much you reach for it. Work has completely taken over your life and your thoughts, and you can't turn your brain off when you finally pull into your driveway at the end of the day. Because at that point, you've just started thinking about what you have to do the next day. And then it turns into this never-ending cycle. Symptom number 4, you are beginning to gaslight yourself. This is a big one. When we think about gaslighting, we often think of other people doing it to us. But have you thought about those times when you felt so overworked and mentally and energetically drained, but you still tell yourself that you're just fine? Before I left J&J, I would tell myself that I had a great opportunity, that if others can do it, then I should be able to do it, right? So I kept telling myself that things were getting better when they actually weren't, and that driving 20 hours a week wasn't really that bad, and that all I had to do was change my perspective. What a load of bullshit. When you begin to gaslight yourself, you begin to invalidate your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. And you suppress how your body actually feels, and you continue on a tank that feels almost empty. Symptom number 5, you lose interest in anything that ever brought you joy. You used to play tennis all the time. You used to draw and you painted when you felt inspired. You used to run around with your dog and cook meals that were restaurant quality, at least to you. And you used to run around in the rain because it made you feel like a Bollywood actress in love. Yeah, I know that's embarrassing, but I used to do it. But now all you want to do is get through the month, the week, and through the day. And none of these other things matter to you because you don't have the mental capacity to even enjoy them anymore. Even if you carve out a bit of time, it just doesn't feel the same because all you can think about is how you have to get back to work in a few hours, or how you need to get to bed early because you have to get up and drive the next day at 5 a.m. These 5 symptoms are not a comprehensive list. If you've felt any, all, or even none of these symptoms, I want to hear from you. Comment below with your experiences on burnout, and if you have any other signs and symptoms, share this video with someone who you think might need it most. If you found this video valuable and want to see more videos on escaping corporate life, burnout, and career advice, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss a future video. And of course, make sure to check out my last video on why I quit Johnson & Johnson. See you in the next one.